A new defense is coming to Clash of Clans. It can attack both ground and air troops and has a splashback effect as well. Brand new for Town Hall 13. We'll explain everything you need to know in this video. What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here and welcome back to the channel. Another sneak peek video for you. We are pressing along them very quickly this week. Sneak peek number 1 gave us the announcement of Town Hall 13. Super excited. Sneak peek number 2 gave us the brand new siege machine, the Siege Barracks. And sneak peek number 3 brings us a new defense, the Scattershot. Let's go ahead and build it, but guys, you don't just get one, you get 2 of these defenses. Sweet, so we have 2 of the new defenses. Not to mention that we have the new Giga Inferno as well. Pretty cool, guys. A lot of exciting stuff coming for Town Hall 13. And I keep saying it every day, but this is just sneak peek number 3. There's even more to come, so the only way that you can stay up to date is by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. Go ahead and do that now, guys. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds. Go down, click subscribe and the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as the next sneak peek goes live, and we will bring more information from the dev build. So the Scattershot, what exactly does it do? Well, it looks like a pretty cool catapult. It's very similar to the Expo in design, only that it's a catapult, and essentially the rocks, as it throws them, will smash into the troops. Let me tell you, this thing deals a ton of damage. It attacks both ground and air, but also has a little bit of splash damage behind it as well. So once the rocks hit the troops, you will get to see, as we move into gameplay, the impact deals damage behind the troops as well. So if you have a huge amount of bowlers coming in, they will go down. But remember, guys, all of the stats, everything you see here on the developer build can still change before the update goes live. Okay, what I thought would be easier initially is let's just attack one Scattershot. You can see the effect from it. This is just the level 1. You did see the stats, again subject to change. But then what we'll do is we will upgrade one of them to level 2 and we'll attack them both at the same time. So we have a level 1 and a level 2. But for the level 1 Scattershot, let's just show you it. Balloon coming in, remember it attacks ground and air, so I'll show you this. Bang! Notice the whoosh effect afterwards as well. That's the bit which still does damage to the troops behind it, but not quite as enough. I might have put them balloons in at the same... No, not quite. So you can kind of see the damage is more effective on the first one, and then it is decreased across the second. Let's slow the deployment slightly there, so you can still see that. As it comes in, the whoosh effect hits, and does do damage to the balloon on the back. Might not get it. Ooh, the Scattershot did. It just got it down. Now I'm going to spam the balloons in a second, because this thing is another nightmare defense for you Lalo style attackers. You know I've been practicing. Let's use the wall breaker though. That's all I've basically got for a ground based troop. Bang! Wow, that thing goes down quick. Okay, let's try and time it so that we can put 2 of them in, and look at that. Both of them went down. That was, what is that, 3 tiles roughly? I believe it's about 4. I have managed to get it affected a little bit more. Didn't quite get them, but this gives you a little bit of an idea as to... still missed it. Still missed it. We got 2 wall breakers. Last shot. I believe it's like 3 or 4 tiles anyway, guys. So 1, there's the next one. Oh, we missed it again. Okay. Anyways, 3 or 4 tiles, that's what the splashback is. But check this out. Check this out in terms of Lalo. This thing is going to be deadly. So we put a whole group of them in. Boomf. Look at how quickly they go down. 3 shots, and this is not quite the max level Scattershot either. One of them sneaks through. It is a similar defense to the mortar, the eagle artillery. Once you get inside its radius, it cannot fight back. Let's go ahead and upgrade one of the defenses to level 2. Just to very briefly remind you on stats, damage per second is 150 for the Scattershot level 1. Remember, this can still change. Range 3 to 10 tiles, ground and air. I wonder if it attacks ground and air at the same time. Anyone that doesn't know, whilst let's say a wizard tower can attack both ground and air troops, it cannot attack them both at the same time. So if you were to put a giant to tank the wizard tower, even if the balloons were right on top of the giant, it could only attack the giant. I wonder if this is the same or whether it's different. We will experiment and test that out later on. And what I tend to do is share a lot of these stats as well, and a lot of images from the sneak peeks once they're on YouTube over on my Instagram. So be sure to follow me over there if you do want to see more images from the sneak peeks. But again, just remember that the stats can change. So 180, let's go ahead and upgrade one of them to level 2. It gets a kind of nice beefier look to it. It just looks more upgraded. And by the way, when I did the Giga Inferno video just a couple of days ago for Sneak Peek 1, I couldn't see a difference as I was upgrading it, but many of you corrected me in the comments and let me know that there was indeed differences in appearance. If you missed that video, I will be sure to link it right at the end of this one. I'll actually link sneak peek number 2 and then you can see sneak peek number 1 from there. But anyways guys, let's show you the gameplay of Scattershot level 2. So the damage per second goes up to 180. Let's attack these both at the same time so you can see the differences. Then we'll test out ground and air. Can it attack both? Let's go ahead and test them so that you can see the difference. I have my usual Queen Charge army cooped up. The level 1 is at the top of the screen and the level 2 is down here to the bottom. I will try my best to deploy, let's go with the loons first as best as possible so that you can see a direct comparison. Let's just use 2 of them. I don't want to use too many loons. So the one on the, oh wow, the one on the right, the level 2, is definitely stronger, only requiring 2 shots to take them down, whereas the one at the top took an extra shot. Let's try that again, just to see if it was a fluke or whether it was actual. But you can see the red bars. Okay, maybe it was a fluke. I don't know, but you might get lucky, you might not. Let's say if the troops are, you know, oh, one of the minions snuck through. It got blasted from both angles. You might get lucky, you might get unlucky, but certainly you could see the difference there in that of the level 2 was definitely stronger. Let's actually, can we test out our theory on here, or does it attack healers? Yes. Oh dear. Oh dear, so it will attack healers. Not that it makes a big difference, guys, in terms of a Queen Charge. You'll obviously be attacking that heavy on, but can we attack with a ground troop and attack with an air as well? How do I best do this? Maybe with the king and then a couple of loons over the top of the king? Well, it didn't hit the loons there, did it? It definitely didn't hit the loons. But now it targets the loons once the king is then within its radius. That was kind of cool. So it can't attack ground and air, but it can attack once it switches targets if one of them gets within that radius where it cannot attack. The only thing left to do is an actual attack. Scattershot level 2 is at the bottom, the level 1 is at the top here. Let's use the siege barracks. Actually, I've got a pretty cool idea. Let's use it on the side, followed by, when the P.E.K.K.A. comes out, 3 wall breakers to bust them in there and clear that top compartment. Then we can use the king to funnel down the bottom here, basically charge the queen in towards the enemy queen. That's always what I like to do. Once the king there, we go. Now we can use that queen 1 test wall breaker. As long as it actually did get through with no small bombs. Ah, the Archer tower turned to the wall breakers. Not ideal, but let's use the healers. Now we can use a haste look for the balloons. Oh, the baby dragon is there. King's ability. The balloons still get good value. Balloons, what? The wall breakers didn't get through that compartment. Okay, now they do. Now they do. We've got a poison which we can use on the baby dragon. Spread the minions ready to distract the lava pups. Help with the healers. And that's looking good. Everything should go in now. I can use a rage actually. And that should protect my queen through this area where the enemy queen is, where the expo is. I might have to freeze. I'm going to freeze because that was going to look scary. That was going to look scary. And I think I'm going to need to use that wall break. Let's rage and let's freeze this. Come on, wall break. Yes, it got through. Okay, my queen's looking good for up the top there. Let's start the Lalo down the bottom. And hopefully you can see the Scattershot gameplay here. That's kind of what we're focusing on, isn't it, guys? So, good spread of the loons coming down to the bottom. Let's go with the haste. Queen's still looking good up there. Wow, that Scattershot is doing a ton of damage down there. We might not even have to use the... Should we use... Yeah, let's rage the queen. Let's use that Grand Warden's ability early because the loons are taking significant damage. And I'm not sure they might go down to the Giga Blast. They do! Oh, that's shocking. That is shocking. I mean, we're going to time fail anyway, guys, because we were just, you know, messing around a bit. But, it was looking so good. Anyways, Scattershot is blasting our queen. Look, against a single troop, it's not too bad. Feel free to have a quick rewind, but I'm sure down to the bottom, it was doing significant damage onto the balloons. Queen charge was pretty good there, but the Lalo definitely let us down. That Giga Inferno, I'm telling you guys, it is a beast. It is such a powerhouse in comparison to the Giga Tesla, but that's the new defense for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do want to... Let's use that queen's ability just because we can. If you do want to see yesterday's sneak peek, the Siege Barracks, you kind of seen how it worked. It was cool. I'll link it on the video for you now, but make sure to subscribe. It's next to it, and we'll be back tomorrow with another Clash of Clans video. Until next time, peace out.